Hello and welcome back to the show. It's time for Elevate versus Cloud9. Elevate being the home team, Dust2 being the map. Dan is joined by James. How are you, James? I'm great. How are you, Dan? Dan is good. So, Dust2, we're going to have both teams, presumably with all players in North America. Yes, because they're all in this Winter Fox, which...
Because this is the North American FACEIT League, James.
This is the North American FACEIT League, indeed. So, Dust2 is the name of the game. We have put all our unicoins on Cloud9. Hopefully, we will get them back with a bit of interest, so we can put them on that big white box, whatever that is. Presumably, it's a big PC. Or it could be a box.
Oh, the chair.
It could be a box full of shiny chocolates.
Can't we have the chair?
You don't like our chairs?
No, I want that chair. I just want the chair.
No.
I want a chair.
I would much rather have the computer. So, Elevate are going to be starting on the CT side. You can see Cloud9 actually had a 100% record on this map in Stage 2 of the FACEIT League. And freakazoid was the man with the plan who could. Oh god, they've got patriotic logos now. Oh well, freakazoid's going to be the first to go down on this occasion actually, so that his record might be going down with him for Stage 3. See what the rest of his team can do. 3 Elevate players over Elevate players over towards the A site. Just starting now to have a look at see what's going on down along. You can see there is a smoke there. There are no players there though. Cloud9 looking busy towards short and mid at the moment. Not really giving away exactly where they're going. Maybe just trying to get some picks. If they get a pick here, we might see them run back, or they might just run with it. Peter's going to be the one to take down Shroud, in fact, by the window.
And Peter's up on plan, so he's got players all coming through the window, but he looks to be in good stead as his teammates are coming in for the support. However, he's not even getting much done, as Skadoodle with that double does change things a little bit, but Gares is alone, 38 HP, just barely able to plant the bomb in time. In comes 2 players at once. Not going to happen for Gares, and Elevate will pick up the round. But I would expect Cloud9 to force it up. Even though they get the bomb plant, a team that has been around for, for as long as they have, they're in a position like, and we saw Envious previously today in the European broadcast, where you get an execute and you just go and pressure the economy, because you might even win the round because your players are so good, or you feel like your players are so good. So guaranteed you pressure the economy. If you get the bomb down again and you get at least like 3 kills, you can do the same round again. And this level of pressure is something that some teams like to do. Cloud9 have opted to go for just pistols and a few nades, so they will get the aKis in the next round. And looks like they want to get the plant on B.
So they've got 2 smokes and 4 flashes. They can throw a smoke into the front of B and then throw the pop flashes into that. But where is the second smoke going to go? They've thrown both smokes, in fact. So we've got a flash coming into the doors. Interesting, only Sean coming up the slope, but he's done well so far. Almost gets a frag, in fact. But will his team get anything done here? There's only nothing left. He can't get anything done either. I like the idea. It didn't pan out for them, however. So they will go on to the next round, and presumably eco again, because Sean and Gares and nothing are a bit low on money. No. It's going to force it up. Interesting, actually, because you can see Elevate Spy still a bit weak with 2 FAMASs and a scout, so Cloud9 are in a good position to capitalize on this, but will they?
Nothing with Galil. Peter is going to be going in there, so they really want to hardcore play the trades here, and Free gets boosted up onto the blue container. That's going to be pretty massive, but I don't know if they know that there's a player in pit still. Peter, will they spot him? It's like they are paying their due diligence. That is a word. Those are multiple words. And this is Elevate saving.
Indeed it is. So 2 rounds on the board, and they have lost control of this. Cloud9 have a number of players heavily tagged, so if they do go on the hunt, then they may start to lose a few players, but they don't have much money in the hole. So going on hunt might leave them with a weaker buy in the following rounds. Sean Gares upgrading for an M4A4, and nothing's rolling with a FAMAS, which he seems to prefer to the Galil. The Galil probably has better armor damage / penetration than the FAMAS does.
Yeah, it does. But it does more damage.
Yeah, actually Galil and FAMAS, I don't think I've compared that.
the fact that Gadil is better.
I know it does better armor than the M4A4, but anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's just better.
I need to know that and compare those two guns.
I think this is the spray of the FAMAS is easier.
It's easier to manage,
but the Galil does more damage, I do believe.
I think the Galil's recoil spray is like an upside down L shape, with the L pointing onto the right side. I can't remember. Anyway, you can find out for yourselves, damn it. Elevate going to be on the buy here. Peter going AWP, no L armor. Got a fair amount of grenades actually, with Slemmy going for the FAMAS there, so we'll see what they can do with this. Where is Peter located? He is on short at the moment. He's going to run straight into the fire. Fortunately for his side, Skadoodle is dead, so if they pick up the AWP, it won't be Skadoodle on it. Slemmy, I don't know how he got there in the first place, but tries to escape, and freakazoid will punish him for it. Man advantage now for the CTs. Can rooRoooo get ahead of Nothing? Not sure if Nothing saw rooRoooo in that position. rooRoooo, in fact, is in an awkward position, generally speaking, but he manages to escape with his life, and Stewie's going to get the frag onto Nothing. So that's short in control of the CTs as Cloud9 push along and try and get the bomb down.
Yeah, should be pretty good for Cloud9 here. I mean, despite the fact that they got no nades left, they got some decent positions, and it's a little bit awkward to try to for every CT to come through short pretty much. Bomb goes down now as well, and Gares is not going to get pushed off the site. He's get tagged down very low. 13 HP now is over. That AWP, but the trades come in. Oh my god, the jump shots! And rooRoooo's almost making it happen. freakazoid left in the 1-on-1 against Stewie though. He spotted him. Stewie with a very awkward shot, and he's going to pull out the pistol. So that's that. That is you know, he must have been second guessing himself there, because it's one of those spots, isn't it, where it's like you'd rather have the pistol out, but it's kind of too late, and you're kind of a little bit.
You got to trust yourself to make the shot, man.
Yeah, exactly. You got to trust yourself to hit the hardest shot in that spot. But you know, sometimes we second guess ourselves in lives, plural. I don't know why I pluralized that, but we will move on, because I'm sure I had nothing interesting to say. Cloud9 moving forwards, all through the upper dark area, and they've walked into the stack, James.
Indeed, and they don't seem to want to retreat. Is this going to be a mistake? Gares bringing 2 frags. Only rooRoooo remains now versus 3. So some damage has been done. That nade will contribute to the proceedings. But rooRoooo could get... There he is. He's going to just get 3 fast headshots.
No way.
How bizarre. Cloud9 maybe taking Elevate for granted here. Going straight into the stack and losing everything for possibly no reason, Dan.
I don't know, James. I don't know.
What are we witnessing today? Come on, chaps.
I don't know.
Skadoodle going Glock only. It's going to pick up a CZ, so looking to the AWP a bit later on. That is not the Cloud9 we know. Maybe some bad habits arising.
Maybe rooRoooo is just a massive gangster, James.
Maybe he is, Dan, but that last round is not evidence of those claims. Cloud9 have lost 2 players. The round proceeds slow. Gares going to move out of long with that frag. That's going to cause a rotation from both players on A. Currently no man's land, but Cloud9 not really moving up short at the moment. 2 CTs per side now. Nobody in mid. Although you can see Peter just having a quick cursory look to make sure nothing untoward is going on. So what is the play of Cloud9 here? They've got 3 players. They're likely to be in a 3 versus 2 situation if they all commit to a site. Going to suggest that it's a B split or a B push with that smoke towards CT spawn. Will that cause a rotation from the CTs though? Peter's going to miss the first shot. We've got Molotovs coming into the site itself. rooRoooo goes down, so it's Peter on his own versus 3 now, pushing together. Short plant's going to come in with his teammates covering Gares. Got to be careful not to shoot Gares though.
Yeah, but Gares protected by Nothing, it would seem. Triple kill coming in. He does get the defense in there. And 3-3 the score. Resetting Elevate, and their money not being all that great in the first place is definitely going to hinder them somewhat. And they will be able to force it up in the next round, considering the you know, Slemmy, rooRoooo, and Peter do actually have some money. But it is going to be a little bit awkward and not the optimal buy, that's for sure. We will go for a timing play with the AWP there, allowing some of his teammates also to get into the A-long area with some nice covering fire. But there is multiple players here for Elevate towards this A-bomb site. So freakazoid, it's got some entering to do. There is number 1. He will not get anything else. And the bomb has been spotted now, but Psycho Shroud's going to spray down a couple players, and that should pretty much be the round here for Cloud9.
Nade will yield no money. Only aKis remains. He's far into CT's point at the moment. Getting some nice frags on there, but not able to finish off nothing after all. He'll survive with a few HP. So Cloud9 with a 1-round lead at the moment. By coming out for both sides now. Cloud9 will definitely need to bring the A game here because they continue to make sloppy mistakes like that B push. They could find themselves in trouble. Peter with the AWP. This time, yes, Kevlar as well. Elevates lacking in the grenades, but they've got a few smokes to try and cut off the choke points for a while. Cloud9 though with a smorgasbord of weaponry. Nades, guns, everything. Helmets, the lots.
So, a bit slow on Cloud9 and might help out because Elevate are playing a little bit aggro on Catwalk. They've completely abandoned Long. Now, if the teams do go to push Catwalk, Elevate basically have to make the frags for the GG, and Shroud's going to take down both Slemmy and rooRoooo. And this is the position you get into. It's so easy for the teams to get positive trades up on Catwalk, and we've got some holds coming in from Skadoodle on middle with an AWP. The team are covered well. aKis will get tagged down, and Skadoodle's going to get caught off guard by the side, but the def cam of Skadoodle there is going to basically give all the information to the rest of his team. So Shroud and Sean Gares are going to know more or less what's going on or what's possible. And Sean Gares, is he going to be ready for this? Looks like he is. Stewie2k is going to go down, and in comes Shroud as well to reinforce the leader in Sean Gares.
Expensive round for both teams. aKis not fancying the 1 versus 2. He has a smoke actually, but not a defuse kit, so can't go for... Like, if you're coming up short, you can throw a smoke roughly towards the pizza sign, and it will land on the corner to allow you to approach for a smoke defuse attempt. But generally, you'll want to kit in that situation. But he will save the AWP, it will be. Let's see if he throws it over to Peter with no armor, or if he'll try and rocket himself and absorb some damage along the way. 2-round lead now for Cloud9, going 4 ops, and of course Skadoodle on the AWP. What else would he have in any situation? Gonna just get a guess shot through the smoke, but nobody to find there. Again, freakazoid just leading the charge, looking to start the clearance. They know they have a weapon to contend with, at least one. I don't think they realise it's an AWP yet, but maybe they will find out soon. Sean Gares just with apprehensive Molotov towards blue in case any sneaky positions are being held. And now we're seeing a much more sensible anti-eco here from Cloud9, possibly from fear of the one gun that they expect to see. Who knows? There's a push coming in from the CTs though, from the B tunnel. The bomb is in a position to make it towards A without being lost, but it needs to start moving and not left behind. Shroud spotting aKis in lower tunnel. That should be a key sign for the bomb to start moving as well.
Yeah, I mean, in this anti-eco situation, once you get the bomb down, obviously the pistols have to move out of good positions into your crosshairs, just like that, and you can get excellent spray downs as freakazoid will demonstrate. So that's a nice round then for Cloud9, as you mentioned, much better handled than their previous anti-eco, which was to walk contact into B, which of course is not so good if there is a stack there. Now rooRoooo did hit some amazing shots, but moving on here, we've got 6-3 scoreline here for Cloud9. They're up against another buy of Elevate, of course. Peter on the AWP, and the rest of the teammates able to scrap together a lot of good nades. They need to make sure that they get a good start going into this one. And Skadoodle and Sean Gares are going to be going for these picks, and the fast long take coming in again. And Cloud9 have been abusing this, that they haven't been challenging this all too much. freakazoid with the entry on rooRoooo, and Peter what they come.
Yeah, I'm impressed at how fast Cloud9 are trying to move here, despite the fact that they have 2 AWPs on the team at the moment, and then left with those 2 AWPs, and just the 1 AK onto freakazoid now. So they've only got 1 frag so far, the T side. freakazoid has control of long for the moment, but at any time somebody could pop out. You can see Peter is on the elevator with an AWP. You can just pop out and face him at any moment. The CT's now getting deep towards short. Are they going to see the bomb? Indeed, they are. That should give them an inkling as to where some of these T's are. Skadoodle gets the frag onto short regardless, but the trade will come in, and Skadoodle will lose the bomb with his 2 teammates about to push long. That's going to just mess up the round for them. 40 seconds left, and the entire Elevate team are swarming on the bomb now.
Here comes freakazoid though, and the problem is, as you mentioned, that time. 30 seconds, they can't really mess around, and Stewie's going to take down freakazoid again. So critical losses coming in there for Cloud9. They will lose the round. And what is the money situation here? So Cloud9, sorry, Elevate just won a round. They didn't lose too many players, so they are going to be a little bit low on money. Low enough that if Cloud9 win this round, and they'll be reset again. So Elevate cannot afford to lose this round, because Cloud9 could very well take that to an 11-4 scoreline for the first half if they do.
So fast play through double doors is going to be a good start for Cloud9. Been abandoned for the time being based on timing. Oh, freakazoid unlucky not to get a frag onto aKis. Nothing. Can't get the frag onto the corner of B either. Peter jumping up to get another frag onto Shroud. So this is not going the way Cloud9 wanted it to. That said, they've managed to take over the B bomb site. Can they all get in? Indeed, they can. Skadoodle just about making it through the window in time. He was the last man and he was carrying the bomb. That could have been a disaster, but they're into the site now. Elevate putting 1 in the tunnel and 2 towards door and window. Gares looking for a timing HE. There it goes. Minimal damage done. And here comes the push from the CTs.
Yeah, we got from the window. He's going to do so diligently as he takes down one. And Peter, as he moves through the smoke, will be the second victim of Gares. That was a little bit crazy that round. I mean, we had, again, a little bit of an uncoordinated push come from Cloud9 into the B bomb site. Bomb very, very far away, or a couple players very, very far away from the main push. But they do manage to get it secured anyway and reset Elevate, as was mentioned previously, putting them in rather a sticky predicament. Now Cloud9 with 2 AWPs in this round. Need also to be a little bit careful. I don't want to give any of those away. However, this time Elevate have not stacked the B-bomb site, where it does appear Cloud9 still would like to go.
Yep, but there are 2 people headed maybe for a push through double doors on long here. So if Cloud9 wait a bit too long, then they may end up getting flanked. They do have a look at Cloud9 and Gares. He is in suicide. He should hear these 2 CTs start to run. Could be a 2-man spray down now. Here's the first one. Second one gets taken down as well. So that will be the cue for his team to push. Only one more to find on the B-bomb site. aKis will go down, leaving only Peter to try and do whatever he can. Could get 1 frag here, indeed. Sean will go down the lurker, but now it's down to Peter to try and retrieve the gun. He will not even get that far.
Yeah, so again, this is the horrible situation, right? Elevate in a spot where they don't really want to eco again, but they pretty much have to. There are some teams that would force it, but that would be definitely inadvisable against Cloud9. In this situation, you really need to be able to have an AWP, to be honest. And one more save, and that's what you're going to get. And they can buy some pistols, and as they indeed do. Although at this point, Cloud9 has such good economy that even if Elevate would manage to kill 4 or 5 players, they're still gonna be able to buy.
That's a nice Molotov, but it's not close enough to hurt Stewie there. If it was a bit further, Stewie would have to jump to avoid it or move to his right, which would be in the crosshair, so he would have been screwed. He's going to get wrecked by Freak again. It is an eco here for Elevate, so bit of a standard affair here. Elevate with a 4-man stack towards the bomb site. It's not going to pay off for them on this occasion, as Cloud9, I'm sure, have learned their lesson. Moving over towards the A site now with 2 lurkers in mid this time. Cloud9 should have a very secure round here.
Oh yeah, indeed, indeed. And there's no use really hunting Elevate either. Again, they're buying next round no matter what, and only 1 player even has Kevlar. Of course, Cloud9 don't know that, but they should be able to assume that, because the position the Elevator in is that they just need to buy it. And, well, freakazoid will get himself 1, as the Elevate players do go for the challenges. He's still alive. He's the guy with Kevlar. He's going to go down. It's just Slemmy left. Keeping in the smoke, and he's going to go down too. So, Cloud9 9-4, and Elevate now with a lot of money to buy. Once again, they can't really afford to mess this one up, as that 11-4 is pretty guaranteed if they do not win this round.
Okay, so let's see what Elevate have to offer in the second last round in the first half. 4 M4A4s on the Elevate side. Not fancying these silenced M4s that some of the TSM side did earlier on Dust 2 in the European broadcast. So Cloud9 fast up short. There are 3 people though towards A for Elevate. Peter caught with a nade in his hand, going to manage to escape, but can he mount an offense for his team? No, going to get shot straight in the head by Gares.
Yeah, nice entry by the in-game leader there, and oftentimes lurker as well. aKis going into the rotation, catches nothing on guard now, but still it's a man advantage there for Cloud9. Bomb will be planted as well. Cloud9 will set up positions. Skadoodle executing Slemmy. Just 1 left now. rooRoooo. By the pit, James. He's gonna smoke himself. Hey, he's gonna get wrecked.
Well, that didn't work. I don't know what he was trying to do there.
I don't know, James. Don't look at me.
I have no
He's
idea.
I have
no idea what he's trying to do.
He's trying to survive, man. He's a survivor.
He put a smoke down and then he hid in the only place they couldn't see on the ramp, which was behind the smoke, and got shot straight in the head. So for the last round, it's going to be 3 FAMASes, a scout. Well, and that's it now because aKis is dead and the FAMAS is being picked up. Peter though's made a 5-7 frag. So we'll see what impact this has on the Cloud9 team. The bomb is out on its lonesome, charging up long with 2 players trailing behind. Nothing stopping the rotation. 2 players on short for the CCs.
Yeah, we got to push up on into that bomb side. That should be an easy part as well at this point. And Slemmy's going to take down nothing. And the bomb will go down. So 3 versus 3, but again, Cloud9 with that really big advantage. And they've got players in position already as well. And they're all moving up short at the moment. And they're also a little bit tagged. And they go rooRoooo with a quick clean up onto Sean Gares on the bomb site. rooRoooo, sorry. As freakazoid in there with the trade. But it all rests on Skadoodle in this 1-on-2, and that bomb is definitely in a nice spot for him. Misses the first shot though. Get more opportunities here, and now he's in for some trouble. He's got to hit the shot. He's going to miss. Oh no! It's a full 10-second defuse as well, and he just does not know where to shoot. Oh my god. That poor Skadoodle. I feel bad for him.
10 seconds.
I feel bad for him.
Mate. Well, it happens. 10-5 in favor of Cloud9. We will keenly await the second pistol to see who'll take the lead or start to close down on that deficit. On these stat track butterfly knives, I never see any kills on them. I just want to say that. I think Peter has one as well. Moving swiftly on. Fast boost coming up onto short for the CTs. We'll elevate, not pushing fast. Maybe waiting for that Xbox smoke. But that will give a shield for the CTs to challenge mid without being fearsome of lower tunnel for now.
Elevate with that long control, soon to be spotted by Cloud9, and Shroud with a fast headshot. Cloud9 has some really good pistol players, and there it is, Shroud in again. Second kill for him, aKis goes down, he's barely been tagged at this point, uses the barrels for protection, as it is now just 2 players left, rooRoooo and Peter of Elevate, or X-Elevate, or whatever the hell they are called now.
Look at where the bomb is. It is all the way into the A site, covered by 3 CTs. That is less than ideal. Nothing's on the B bomb site with 4 HP. He could just buy the time for now. Sean can make the calls. You can see rooRoooo looking for the player he knows is behind him, but nothing is just walking slowly but surely. Doesn't need to overextend here with 3 players swarming the bomb. Until they spot both, then he can start to the bomb.
Yeah, rooRoooo gonna miss his opening shots there onto Sean Gares, and well, that's gonna be that there for X-Elevates. Cloud9 with a good start. Just have to avoid getting force bought now. That's pretty much all they have to avoid. And will the force come in? I mean, in this spot, it should always happen. And indeed, we'll even get some nades from Elevates.
So Peter was the only one to get a frag in that last round. He opted for smoke grenades, Kevlar, helmet, and a Tech 9 as opposed to a scout. We'll see what he can do with it. Cloud9 ready and waiting. Sean Gares on the auto shotgun. 2 MP7s and the scout onto Skadoodle. Let's see what they can do.
I want to see this.
Ooh.
I want to see this work.
Look at these mid doors. We've got 4 Ts there, all armored up. And the CTs are lacking information. They're going to push through with smokes and flashbangs. But are they going to get there fast enough? Sean Gares is in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's going to go down with no frags. freakazoid has got one onto Slemmy, but Peter's taken down 2.
Oh, he's going to get the bomber though. freakazoid with that key kill by his team time. And oh my goodness, those missed shots. And freakazoid gets the kill. And now they're planting. He doesn't spot the right player, but that's okay. I mean, the bomb will go down. And aKis, not much left in the tank. And he's going to get eliminated there. And that's going to be the defuse there for Cloud9. As it was a rather chaotic round. Definitely not going to plan. But somehow freakazoid got 3 kills with, what, 7 HP? I think he got 4 kills there, actually. Am I right?
I think he might have got 4, yes.
I think he did.
He's on 22 kills so far, but he's doing great entries on the T side. Again, there were a bunch of aKis, so some easy frags as well, but he's up there on the scoreboard at the moment. 4 rounds away from victory are Cloud9. Elevate after that force will be on the eco. They've got a smoke, so maybe they're going to try and get a plant or something. We'll have to see what they can do here. If they can get up short fast, then maybe they can get a plant for short. Run the gauntlet. There's only one play to challenge against at the moment, but Skadoodle could rotate with a jumping scout very soon.
If I was in their position and we had the drills for it, I would actually have called the force buy into execute on this round because of the amount of damage they did to the economy of Cloud9 previously. And, well, you know, I'm going to see a little bit of an execute. Just some nades going in there. So extra damage they can do with their very, very low buy. Stewie2k going to take advantage of Skadoodle. He was not looking in his direction. However, he is the last man standing at this point with 16 HP. He doesn't have much more damage done for his team. That said, he does get a quick little frag onto nothing. So 2 kills, considering they had almost no investment, is pretty good. But Cloud9 will be able to purchase a full loadout regardless. And Skadoodle on the AWP, no less. However, Cloud9 have received a lot of damage in the recent rounds, so Elevate can actually force an eco out pretty soon and keep themselves in this game if they're able to win this round. But can they do that? Can they do that, James? I question you. I beseech you.
This, whatever, man. 8-round lead for Cloud9, 3 rounds away from victory. Good start from Skadoodle. Going to get naded just minimally, and he is going to get out of there. Not going back to the well anytime soon. Going to sit on the advantage for the CTs. There is a challenge towards long, but Shroud will overcome rooRoooo's questioning. The bomb's been left now. It's going to cause an Elevate player to rotate, which means that their mid-hold will be weaker. aKis, though, in a good position where he might even see some shadow info. Get an early frag, but he's going to move out just in time as there were 3 players headed in his direction. But he's currently being abandoned by these CTs as they try to shut down this round. The flank coming in. Look at this aggression from Cloud9.
Yeah, but the player on A has to actually hold on and just delay. Like Skadoodle, if he can manage to survive in this position or get 1 frag and slow them down, then it's game over, because right now Elevate need to keep pushing because there's a flank coming. And there it is, frags coming in. Oh, nice response there from Skadoodle. Quick 1-2 there with the AWP switch into USP. 14-5 is the score, and Elevate in a position where they can't really buy. They need to save, but if they do save, then, well, life is going to be bad. The thing is that I think they should definitely have forced here because they have the max bonus pretty much on the money, or they will if they lose this one. So that's $3,400.
Let's see what they do with this. You can't expect much to happen here. Doesn't look like they potentially have a plan with these nades. But so far so good. They've taken down Sean, they've lost Dewey, but they've picked up a FAMAS, and the player carrying it has Kevlar. Doesn't have a helmet though, versus only one M4 in fact. freakazoid coming in to wreck everyone in the meantime, and Cloud9 quickly move on to match point.
Yeah, indeed, and I mean, we will get the full buy-in from them now, but it is, of course, potentially the last round if Cloud9 are able to deal with this buy-in. I mean, so far they showed a decent consistency on the CT side with their default setups, but Skadoodle goes for a peek there. The bait is not going to pan out, and Peter will get that kill. Shroud, oh my god, Shroud, you are a monster. Just annihilating 2 players. Now, what else can he find? Looks like Slemmy is going to take him down. But he did an excellent job, and the aggression's going to continue there. Interestingly enough, it's just freakazoid left. He's going to pick up a quick frag in upper dark, but he's got a long rotation and a 1-on-2 in store for him. And Peter on the AWP, I don't like his chances. Stewie's going to spot him too.
freakazoid has full nades and a kit, so if he manages to take down Peter, then he can go for a defuse play with the smoke grenades. Bearing in mind the other player is on long, that's Dewey. So, here comes the flash. But, Peter's got a very strong angle, so this is not going to be easy for freakazoid to get anywhere close to the site, and indeed he'll get taken down with ease from Peter. So Elevate survived for at least 1 round, but look at the money on the Cloud9. Lots of cash in the bank. Let's see what kind of buy they opt for. They could go multiple AWPs or just the one.
Auto snipers. Oh. Not a single auto sniper, James, or a negative.
No, Exist is not on the map. So just going to be Scar, as they call him in America. So there's a fast peek in on long from Peter. Flash is coming in though, and he will not peek too many times in that region. So that aggression might hold the second Cloud9 play there for a while. Rotation only just now starting to come in. Nothing getting the first strike, but aKis to trade.
Things are quite chaotic at the moment, trade for trade. CT's coming out on top though, and the bomb is down. Cast aside on the short area. Comes Peter though looking for the shot, and this could be a little bit awkward, but looks like CTs are able to get out of the way, out of dodge in time. And we do Stewie2k moving up, and he's going to get thrown right back down the stairs from whence he came, as Cloud9 look poised to take this match in dominating fashion, as would be expected despite the crazy beginnings that we had to this one. Peter trying to find an in, trying to find a way to win this round, and honestly it's looking worse and worse as time goes on. 40 seconds for him to get on that bomb, all 3 kills. That is something that is hard.
Yep, he's going to do what he can. Molotov coming out, see if he can punish a player, but there is no player to be found. Sean just holding an angle towards shorts, and Skadoodle is not making himself known either. 19 seconds left now. Peter's running out of time to keep his team in the match. He's going to run and do what he can. There's one play down, that's Shroud. Trying to follow up with Peter 50, but it's going to be an insurmountable task. Cloud9 take it 16-6. So it's a pretty strong score for Cloud9. I mean, again, early on they made some questionable decisions, which put them in awkward situations. But despite that, X-Elevate, excuse me, with only 6 rounds on the board.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say other than that. I mean, we saw a lot of skill from Cloud9, just really putting them through crazy situations. Because there were a lot of shaky rounds from them, to be honest. Not just some of the ones that you mentioned, but there were a few more. Like for example, that one. I think it was would have been the 16th rounds. No, 17th round. After where we had the SMG buy out of Cloud9, and we had the force buy from the T side of Elevate or X-Elevate. They went into that play towards B and through middle as well. And freakazoid got what, about 4k, and 3 of the kills were on like 7 HP. He should definitely have died, but for them to be able to enter so cleanly, of course there was a few issues there. And because there was no buy, there was almost no buy. It was just like a Tech 9 or 2, no nades or anything really. So that shouldn't really happen for Cloud9. There's a lot of little things here or there, but generally speaking, expected result. And I mean, we expect them to top the table with Team Liquid. I think that's fair to say. But the results haven't really necessarily been showing that either. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how it turns out in the end.
Well, we've got one more Winter Fox match to come after the break, which we will set up now. See you in a few minutes.